Hello and welcome to the unofficial BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast. I'm your host, Corey, joined by Sugar Water Knee Corey Vautour.
Yeah, I got the sweetest knee you'll ever see.
Got the sweetest knee. Diabetics are diving for that knee. Fuck.
Yeah.
How you doing, bro?
Doing good. Doing very good.
So you got what they call prolotherapy.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know, whatever. They just said it was sugar injections.
Yeah, all I can tell you right now is my leg is pretty stiff.
So it's where they inject a combination of basically sugar mixed with water and saline solution. So dextrose and saline solution into your knee. First, they froze it, though.
Well, the first shot had, they didn't freeze anything. Like, the numbing went with the first shot. So, needles have never bothered me. I get needles. Don't tense up and it won't hurt. So, I didn't tense up. It didn't hurt. It hurts now, but it's not really. It's what I was expecting. I just can't bend my knee right now, which is annoying.
Hopefully it works out. I've been reading a bit about it. It's not something that's been around forever, but shows some good, definitely short-term benefits. So for someone like you who's getting ready to go to work and be on your feet a lot, if it works in the short term, that could be a blessing.
It's a positive right there because at work, that's where it gets inflamed the most. And I'll be on my knee, on my feet, like you said.
Yeah. When Corey's at work, he's on his knees a lot.
On my knees. So,
you find him on St. George in Moncton.
Oh, Jesus.
Welcome
to the unofficial
BSHL Senior Hockey League podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Carry on.
So now when I'm working that much, my knee buckles a lot. So hopefully it'll prevent that because I almost drop on my face more than once during a season.
The last thing we need is for that beautiful face to get injured. Come on now.
Oh yeah, it doesn't need more damage than it already has.
So you're gonna get what, 4 or 5 of these?
Well, it could only be 1. It could be 2. It could be 3. It depends if it works. It's not a fix. It's a quick. It's quick to try and relieve pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't the best news. The bone spur in my knee is bigger than they thought. My quad muscle is not where it's supposed to be. And the doctor was like, I've never seen this before. So with my medical history, it just makes a lot of sense. But my quad isn't on top of my knee. It's to the side, which is, I don't know why. Muscles make me cringe. And to find out that that's not where it's supposed to be just makes me cringe. So.
Well, some good news, some bad news with that, but I'm glad it went okay. You found it pretty. You were a little worried about it going in, but you said it was pretty much nothing, so that's awesome. Hoping that you'll be there on Friday night. I know you're I'll be there. I will be there. I ain't carrying you up the stairs, bitch.
Cheryl will carry me up the stairs.
There you go.
She already offered.
Mama podcast will carry you.
She's the sweetest lady of the BSHL. It's between her and Roxanne.
So you'll either be there or I'll be there streaming. You'll be watching.
Yeah.
It won't end on Friday, so if you have to miss one, that's the one to miss.
Yeah.
But we'll judge that. I mean, it's a couple days away. When you're listening to this, it'll be a little over 24 hours away. When you're listening to this, in a little over 24 hours, we'll be in Miramichi at Mike's Bar and Grill.
Oh, yes.
Trying out the Northman burger steak sandwich.
Steak sandwich. I ain't missing that one. The game is one thing. Now we're talking food. Now you're talking my language. I'm not missing
my food. Don't make me miss my food. I get that, man. I get that. So not a ton of news this week. Kind of a quiet week. We're hearing that Robbie Graham's back this weekend. We're hearing Mac Brown may be back this weekend.
Yep.
Trey's going to be in the lineup again, we assume. It's funny how playoffs start and everything becomes hush-hush. Nobody talks about anything. The Northmen stopped posting their lineup. Hawks have stopped posting their lineup. It's during the regular season, that's fine. But in the finals, it's time to go to war.
There's a lot at stake, You got a chance. What annoys me is like it's senior hockey. It's like when people will tell me, "Oh, well, it's just wrestling." Wrestling's important to me. Senior hockey is now very important to me, and to these hockey players, it's a chance to become a champion. The Hawks know how it feels. They were there 2 years ago, and I really don't care what people's opinions are on the 2023 Cup. All right, just just make it official. The final Acadie Chaleur champions were the Tracadie Alpines. All right, the first ever BSHL champions were the Hawks. What cup did the Hawks celebrate? I went back on my phone. I still have the video of us there, of them celebrating. What's the cup they're celebrating with? The BSHL Cup. What cup did the Alpine celebrate with? The Acadie Chaleur Cup. Stop confusing. It's not a North and
I
South
think the
champion.
Hawks are on that. I've seen the trophy, and they have a picture of the trophy. I think the Hawks are engraved on it too. Just settle down, Corey. You're a little. You're a little. Whoa, are you a little too sweet right now? Settle down,
I'm too
Dextrose
sweet.
knee. Settle down, Dextrose knee.
No,
Man,
I find it very
confusing.
like confusing, and it's just those wordings. Why if there wasn't a champion that year, why were the playoffs structured like that? 5 on one side, 3 on the other. Why not do what they did in 2024 when it's 1 against 8, 2 against 7, 3 against 6, 4 against 5? All right. If for people that don't know the way the playoffs were structured in 2023, the northern part, well,
It,
Shippigan got a bye.
it
And
was a
then
clusterfuck.
Dalhousie, yeah, it was a complete clusterfuck. Shippigan got a bye, and Tracadie had to face Dalhousie to see who would face Shippigan. On the other side, which is the more confusing side, Bukdush and River Valley faced off in a best of 7. The Hawks got a bye.
Yeah,
The coal miners faced off against Mirror Machine, a best of 3. Then the winner of that would take on the Hawks in a best of 5. And then the Hawks would take on the winners of the best of 7 in a best of 7. And then by some miracle, they were planning to have one final match between the two cups, which hindsight being 2020, you were never getting there.
we're
With
kind of
fishing
close this
season and all
year.
that. Yeah, we're kind of close this year. And, it's to me, it's just, it's been an argument with people lately. And you argue with me long enough, I get annoyed. And that's my 2 cents on it.
You're an angry little elf. Settle down.
Angry little elf.
Settle down. I go with what Charles Austin told me.
Exactly.
Charles Austin said that he won the Acadie Chaleur Cup and the Hawks won the BSHL Cup. So anybody that talks to me about it, and I've had a few people mention it, I always say, go find Charles Austin somewhere in Bathurst. I don't know. Go to his hockey school. I don't know. Take it up with the greatest goalie in BSHL history, Charles
Exactly.
Austin.
You
Don't
know,
take it up with me, man.
maybe
You know
maybe
what?
you can find a screenshot and send it to us.
When you think about that, the fact that Charles retired this year, imagine if he was playing for the Peninsula. Every team has such a stack. I mean, they already had stacked goalies, but I just think a lot of Charles. So I don't know, man. It would have been bananas. What a year for goalies in
Yeah.
this league.
Yeah.
Not as much in the playoffs. We've seen
No,
some goalie struggles in the playoffs, but
the 2 goalies that we expected to be in the finals aren't there. There's not like
who did you expect?
Bukdush. I had
And
Bukdush and Amherst
you felt going in it
and
was Buck
Welsh.
Bushammer. So did I.
I thought for sure. I know I picked Dalhousie to win the cup, but with this season, I thought for sure that this was going to be the battle of goalies. I think it was. I thought
Especially
it was going
after
to be
opening night. You're like,
absolutely
we're all like, oh man, the Ducks are going to kill people.
because
They stomped on
they shut
Dalhousie.
out Dalhousie in game 1, the defending champions. And Dalhousie had a pretty much a full roster, I believe.
They were missing a couple of guys, but they had a good roster for sure.
So
I don't think they had LeMay, and they're missing a couple of guys. But we didn't realize that it was like the off-season hangover still for Dalhousie because they played kind of late. So I think had that game happened a few months later, even a month later, would have been a different story because Dalhousie had that slow start, but a hell of a good finish.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought for sure it was going to be the battle of goalies. And like, am I surprised that it's the Hawks and Miramichi? Not really. A little bit. I feel like it was something that we kind of
I'm
wanted.
surprised it's Miramichi.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
no
think it's
offense.
something.
I've said that to Doug White's
Yeah,
face. Like it's nothing against Miramichi.
but I
I'm
think it's
happy
something
it's
that we
Miramichi.
wanted.
Oh
It's something we
yeah.
wanted, but not didn't expect it would happen.
It's a dream final for me. I love this.
Yeah,
But Miramichi just going in, everything was against them. It felt like they tried to get Benji Curtis. They couldn't get Benji Curtis. They tried to get a couple other guys. They got blocked by other teams, by the league, by Hockey Canada. It just felt like they were battling against everything.
yeah.
And behind the scenes, what that did was really gel this team together.
Hmm.
And, Sophie always mentions it, the team with the biggest heart. This team has a lot of heart. They
Hmm.
love each other. You go back there, and those guys that's a close knit team, and that's why they're as successful as they are, in my opinion. But no, I did
Absolutely.
not expect the Miramichi Northmen to make the finals this year. Last year, for sure, I thought
Yep.
that was Miramichi's year. Miramichi Dalhousie finals for sure, and it
Yep.
wasn't to be. But we could be talking in a couple of weeks about the BSHL champion Miramichi Northmen.
We could be talking about them as champions this week.
We could be talking about them as champions on Sunday. That
Exactly.
would be wild.
It
Um,
would be.
we have come up with our strategy for how we're going to get to center ice to take video and pictures. We've talked about our strategy. So our strategy is if it's in Miramichi, one of us is going to go down below, the other one's going to pass the tripod down, and then have the pictures, and we'll make it work. Else puck duck's a little bit easier. We'll just kind of go off to the side and fuck off onto the ice and get our pictures. Hopefully we don't get kicked off the ice. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll just go out there and bullshit our way. It's what we've done this whole time. Let's be
Yeah.
honest. This whole time we bullshit. I just want to get a really good picture of the cup presentation. That's my
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, I think the fans want to see on the live stream, like up close and personal, whoever wins the cup.
They want a
Yeah.
redo of that Dalhousie.
Yeah, and it's it's like last year. There's a memory for Dalhousie on the ice, and you're
And for us,
interviewing. And for
selfishly.
us, obviously,
Selfishly. I watched it 2 weeks
selfishly.
ago. I
Yeah.
watched it again very selfishly. I watched it before game 7. So the day before game 7 in the semis, I booted up the semifinals and or the finals from last year, and I watched it, and it was like, oh man, that's a trippy memory. Fire alarm going off, Corey walking right by me. Good times.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's why this year we're planning it a little more. We're like, okay, we're gonna do this and then this and then this, and it'll go well. We hope. Who knows?
I think it was the nerves with me. Like
Oh yeah.
you're like a shadow that creeps up on everybody. Like 1 second you're like, I'm gonna go do this. All right, cool, and you look around and you're gone. It's like he disappeared.
Are you saying
So
what? You're calling me a creeper?
yes,
That's fucked up. That's fucked
you
up, Sugar Knee.
you just disappear.
Sugar Knee Corey Tour, like Sugar Shane. You're Sugar Knee Corey.
Yeah, what was the Sugar Ray Robinson, the old boxer?
And not anymore. Now you're
Or
Sugar Corey Tour.
Sugar Ray Leonard.
Whoever sees Corey at the game this Friday, call him Sugar Knee. Say,
Sugar
hey,
Knee.
Sugar Knee, how's it going? That's got to be the new nickname. Sugar Knee, the Angry Elf.
There you go.
I'm the only one that can make him smile like that, though. He starts laughing. Get him out of his fucking grumpy ass elf mode.
I mean, Sugar Knee, the grumpy elf, makes a lot of sense because you imagine elves eat a lot of sugar.
Why?
I don't know. They're in the North Pole.
Oh, you
I mean-
picture those elves. I picture like the little elves that are with Snow White. Oh, they're dwarves.
Yeah, I think they're
They're
dwarves,
kind of
right?
like elves, though.
Yeah, they got the ears.
That's what I picture. I picture you as one of them.
Oh, okay.
Not as the North Pole elf. You're not making toys. Settle down. Oh, you don't like the cold that much.
I'm not a big fan of the cold. Not a big fan of the hot as well, though.
Yeah, I know. You've got right now is your perfect time of year.
I got the fan on right now. I don't know if anybody can hear it. I got the
Like
fan on.
mid to late March through May, Corey's happy. September, October, Corey's happy, and then he goes back to grouch mode.
I'm
True.
really known as the grouch of the group. Huh?
You've become known as that. Yeah, you should stop embracing it. Come on now. It's life's good.
I mean-
Life's good.
I mean, somebody's got to do it. It's not an easy job,
Sure.
but somebody's got to do it.
So tomorrow night, Miramichi hosting the Elspach Hawks. Game 4?
4.
Game 4. We'll be at Mike's Bar and Grill probably like 4:30, 4 o'clock, something like that. We're going to be there an ungodly early hour, eat some food. We're hoping Cheryl makes the trip up with us, my mom. We don't know who else, possibly my father, possibly Tracy. It's going to be a big crew, though. We're going to head up there, get some good food beforehand, get in there early, set up the live stream, make sure everything's good to go, make sure Sugar Knee can rest his knee a little bit before the game.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how you're going to record it. I don't think it's going to be. I think you're going to be sitting and
I can
commenting.
stand on one knee.
I think you'll be sitting and commentating. Somebody else will record the game. That's my prediction.
We'll see. I don't plan on missing it. I plan on being productive that day. Yeah, my knee. It is what it is. I've had worse things happen to me. I mean, I've spent hours and hours and hours with Corey Robbie show next to me. So
that sounds terrible.
I remember Doketown earthquake.
Such a dickhead. Today I was in Moncton and I went to Down East Coffee. Something people don't know about me, I love coffee. I'm a huge coffee addict, and not like Tim's coffee. That's just what I have to like when I'm busy or rushing to Moncton to go to work. But if I have time, I go to Smile a While in Moncton, or Smile a While in Rexton. Good God. Smile a While in Rexton. They have Down East Coffee. Or I go to Cafe Kodiak in Moncton, who also has Down East Coffee. Down East Coffee is made in the Saint Antoine area in New Brunswick. Beautiful. Just a great coffee.
I need to try that because I've never even heard of that.
So I go to Moncton. Coffee. I'm in Moncton today, and I happen to have an appointment. Like, listen, I'm not going to lie to you. Was it out of my way to go to Cafe Kodiak? Was there a faster way for me to get back to work? Yes. Did I take the detour and go the slightly longer route to go by Cafe Kodiak? Also, yes. Like as I was driving, I was like, if I take this road, it's going to bring me to Cafe Kodiak. But if I go straight, I'll be at work like 3 minutes quicker. I'm going to Cafe Kodiak. And I did. And the coffee, man. Oh, I hadn't had a coffee there. So I went to Eastern College in mid 2010s. And
no shit, I went there too.
Yeah, then a little bit. I went a little later than you.
Yeah.
You went like mid 2000s.
No, it was 2010.
2010. I went around 16, 17, something like that. 17. Anyway, Cafe Kodiak's just down the road. So every day I'd get there early. Shocker, early. I'm early for everything. Get there early, take the detour, go to Cafe Kodiak, have my coffee. Became like a routine. So anytime that I have an appointment remotely close to there, and People's Park Tower is very close to there, and I have a lot of clients in that building. So frequently I'm having their coffee. But lately I just haven't had a lot of clients there. So this was one of the rare chances, and it was lovely. So highly recommend that. You guys check out some Down East coffee. Support New Brunswick, nice local company. Best coffee that I've had in my life. They serve that coffee downtown Rishabakto at La Riva Grill too.
Okay.
That's what they've started to serve there.
That's something that you can buy and bring home. Like
you go buy a bag of it ground. Oh yeah. Go to Smile a While in Rexton. You know where that is, right? The dairy bar.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Smile a While, the dairy bar. Also a coffee shop. Go there, ask them to ground you up some beans. They'll do that. And make yourself a coffee. It'll be the best coffee you've ever had.
Really?
Stellar.
Unbelievable.
So highly recommend that. Again, you know, another nice local company that I like to support is Chig's Pizza. Dalhousie, New Brunswick. Get yourself some Chig's. If I ever had Chig's with a side of coffee, I'd be in heaven. Travis is in full golf mode now. I saw him today, picture on his Instagram story, him and Pat at a golf simulator in Dalhousie. They've fully embraced the off season. They're at a golf simulator, drinking a beer, playing a little bit of golf. Man, it's hard to believe that it's already been a little over a week that they've been eliminated, but we'll see them in the fall. Our good buddies. Bet there's some good coffee there, but man, a nice Chig's pizza, some Down East coffee, I'd be in heaven. Corey, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me in my grouchy little elf phase.
Sugar Knee. We'll be
Sugar
talking
Knee.
next week about how good Mike's Bar and Grill Northman steak sandwich was. And I don't know. I'm looking forward to the games this weekend. So
Same here.
hopefully you get out. I think we're going to record some pregame stuff. We'll see. That's the plan. Got to play it by ear. It's going to depend on Sugar Knee over there, how he's feeling, and
If I
depend
can
on
do
my
it
work.
now, if I can do it now, I'll be game for it.
It's true. I've got to work Friday morning too. I've got a meeting, so we'll see what happens. We'll hope for the best. I'm sure we'll make it happen. We always do. So thanks for being here. We'll be back for podcast pregame Friday afternoon. I assume somewhere around 3:00, 4:00, and we'll see you at the Civic on Friday night. Thanks for listening.
Take care.